Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Paul Picasso back again with another app tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at a great app. Does a lot for your home screens, for your Android device or tablet, phone, smartphone, tablet, doesn't matter. Now today's app is Uccw. And what Uccw is, it is a great widget creation tool. So basically you see this little clock and date thing over here. I made that using Uccw, and there's a lot more that you can do with that, so let's go ahead and get into Uccw. Okay guys, so as you can see right there, Uccw, let's go ahead and tap on that. Now this is the main interface of Uccw. You have your little creation place here where you can create, and a lot of tabs. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let's go and get a blank screen. Here we go. Excuse me. Now let's say you want to make a widget. Okay, let's go ahead and move this guy out of the way. Alright, so let's start off. You don't want to use any clock widget that's already there. You want to create your own custom original clock widget. So basically the best thing to do first of all is you want to go to Uccw. Let's go there. Let's go to Uccw, tap Uccw. Then you want to go into the menu. So if your phone has a hardware menu button, you just press the menu button. If it doesn't, then you just locate those three dots. You want to go and hit lock widgets, and see mine is on. You want to go ahead and click that off. So now when you create a widget, it now the reason why you turn off the hotspot mode is that when you create your widget, if you tap it, you'll be able to go back into the widget editor and be able to make changes. You only turn on the hotspot lock when you're finished, so when you tap it, nothing happens, or it goes to the desired hotspots, which I'll show you what that means in a second. So we have a blank area to work with. Let's go ahead and make a simple time and date widget. So you're going to hold down on the screen, depending whatever home launcher you're using. I'm using Nova Launcher Prime. We're going to go and we're going to hit widgets. Okay, now we're going to scroll down until we see Uccw right there. Okay, it has 18 widget forms. You can always actually resize to different widgets if these are not the sizes that you want. So let's go ahead and start with a 4x2. Okay, so we're gonna go with a 4x2, and we're gonna go with new. Okay, so this is basically the size of your widget. This is 4x2. You can put it where you want. You can resize it to actually make it bigger and all of that stuff. So I'll just put it in the middle so it just looks sort of like that. Okay, now the hotspot mode is off. So once you tap it, it goes to the creation editor. So now that you're in the creation tool, or the widget editor, so now first of all what you want to do, basically what I like to do is first go to edit objects, then you have the background, click background. I like to change the color to black, go to alpha, and I like to make the background a little bit transparent, so I go about maybe 40. Okay, alright, then we want to go back. Okay, and then now this is where you start inputting what you want. So actually we'll go back one more time. There we go. So at the top you see you have edit, remove objects, you have add, remove objects, you have edit objects, and sort objects. Okay, so now sort objects, obviously when you tap that, whatever the objects you create, you'll be able to rearrange them to see what appears on top of what, like that. So we'll go back. And edit objects, again, you can edit the background. Hotspots, we'll get into hotspots in a little while. And common controls basically is controls for every single thing you create. So the finished project that you make, you can actually move them all together instead of moving them individually. So we'll go back. Let's go to add, and here in UCCW now, the add menu, you have the ability to add the time, date, hour, minute separator, AM, PM, day of the month, day of the week, month, year, week of the year. There's a many static text is just, you can actually just write whatever you would like and put that in the widget as well. There's only 7 of those. Then you have battery level, battery status, bar, and cycle. Then you also have location settings, of course, temperature, condition, humidity, wind condition, icon for current edition. You have today's minimum temperature, maximum temperature, today's condition, forecast, tomorrow, same thing, a lot of stuff, forecast for 4 days, 5 days, minimum temperature. Then you also have about, let's see here, it's 20 shapes that you can put in there. Okay, then you have 4 images, then you have emails, missed calls, text messages, alarms, next calendar event, a lot of different things. And then, well, if you know about Tasker, then you also can add Tasker variables. Okay, and I will show you what that means. Tasker variables, basically, if you don't know about Tasker, there's a lot of things. Tasker is very advanced, so to speak, and there's a lot of different tutorial videos out there. I'm actually just learning about Tasker, so I wouldn't be able to give any advanced information on Tasker, as I'm just learning it myself. Okay, so let's go ahead and select time, okay, by just selecting the check mark, so just time, and then you want to go and hit close, and there you see it, there is the time. Okay, so now what you want to do is hit edit objects, and now time appears in the menu. So you want to select time, and now these are all the options that you can do with time. So you can change the position of time, the size, the angle, the alpha, which is the transparency, the color, special effects, it's no effect, or you have a see-through effect. Then there's the shadow, and font, of course. For fonts, it took me a little while to figure this out, but basically, if you want to add more fonts, if you do find fonts and you download them, you want to go ahead and put them in a folder called fonts on your internal storage of your device. Okay, not within the folder, just right on the internal storage, just put that folder there with fonts, and it will be available to literally most of your applications where you can actually use custom fonts. You can change the case, you can put a suffix, which is, you know, any word after the time if you would like. I'll show you that too. And prefix, which is before the alignment. You know, you can set it to left, and for this, we're going to go ahead and set it to center, and the format of the time, and the separator. So now that I set it to center, we'll go ahead and use the position first, and you can just move it with these arrows. Down here you have the option to select this box to move it faster, which is what I'll do. Okay, and you can freehand move it with like this. Okay, so if you can put it in the vicinity of where you want it to go, and then you can just fine-tune it with this. So that's basically about, if you have the time, you can actually count all these little boxes. If you see, you know, I actually did that once. There's a lot of little boxes in there, and I used to actually count all those boxes and then get it right centered. It does take a lot of work, so if you have the time, you know, why not, if you want it to be perfect, you know. So I'll put it about right there. Okay, then I'm going to change the color, put it to white. So it, you know, there you go. That's why I put the background to that black color and then made it, because now when you're in this like this, you can go ahead and jump to the home screen, and there you go. You can see your time there. Now don't worry about the square box, that will only stay there if you want it there. You can actually just go back to alpha in the background and drop it all the way to 0, and only your time will show up. So let's go back and let's tap again. So there we go, we have the time. Let's go ahead and go back to edit. Let's jump back into time, and now we can of course mess around with the size. You can make it as big as you want, as small as you want. So we'll go ahead and I'll put it up to 90. So that's showing you the size right there. Angle, of course, So angle, you know, you can put it at a 45-degree angle, a 90-degree angle, a whole 360, a whole 180, not 360, but you can go all the way up to 180. So let's just leave that at 0. Okay, close. And alpha, as I've mentioned, with alpha you can just make it very transparent or not. So yeah, why not? Let's put it at 50, make it a little bit transparent. Okay, and the color, we've already done that. Let's go ahead and put a shadow on it. So dx, I put that to about 2, dy, put that to 2, and radius 2. This is just how big and how wide and how far you want the shadow to go. There you go. So now we have a nice little shadow on it. It's kind of transparent, so it's going to look really nice when it hits that home screen. And also, depending on what background you have on your device, that also determines how nice it's really going to look. Let's go ahead and mess up with the font. So I have a lot of fonts in here because I downloaded a lot of fonts. Let's go with Ransom. So with Ransom, there you see the font has changed. Okay, so that's good there. And now prefix and suffix. Let's go ahead and put in a prefix, and let's go ahead and type let's see, and yeah, I'm using the newly updated Flexi keyboard. So we'll write hello Paul. Oops. Hello Paul, the time is, leave a space, and as you can see there, it actually says that, but now we have to change the size. So let's go ahead and scale that down to about 42, or maybe that's a little bit too much writing. Let's go to 40. Let's go back to prefix. Let's change that. Let's just write it, let's just write the time is. Okay, yeah, let's just do that. So let's go ahead, let's capitalize the T. Let's go like that. Let's go, the time is. There you go. So now you can actually bring back up the size a little bit. Let's go to, yeah, let's go to a 65. Let's go to 60. There you go. So the time is. Now that's just one way to do it. The next way to do it is not use the prefix, right? Because suppose you want the time very much larger than the actual prefix. So just a quick thing, just erase the prefix. Okay, erase the prefix. The time goes right back to the center. Let's go ahead and, excuse me, let's go ahead and raise up the size of the time. Let's put it to a 90. Okay, let's position it where we want it to. Let's go down there a little bit like that. And you know what, for the time, let's go ahead, we're going to go ahead and put it to the right. Okay, now let's put it over there. Boom, like that. Or like that. As a matter of fact, let's make it a little bigger. Kind of makes sense with what I'm going to show you what to do exactly, or how to do it. So we go like that. There's the time. Okay, so we have the time. Now if you want the AM or the PM, you can always do that as well. So let's go back and back. Let me give you a little so you can see a lot more what I'm doing. So we're going to go back to add. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and add AM PM. Hit close. There you have AM PM up there. Select it and edit objects. Let's go to well, it wasn't going to size, but let's go to size. Let's make it a 20. Okay, let's change the color. Let's give it just a little shadow, so I'll only pick one for DX, Y, and radius. And of course, shadow color is black. And font, you can just pick any font. Let's go with Bebas. And the alpha, let's make it match the time with a 50. And then for position, I'm just going to put it somewhere over here, maybe at the top up there. And let's just go ahead and put it right there, and let's fine tune it. Boom. So let's go like that. Okay, let's go like that. So we have the time. Now what I want to show you, if we're not going to use the prefix, we go back again, and then we go again to add, and what you want to do is go to static text. select static text, hit close. There it says text objects. So edit objects, static text 1, go all the way down to text, and then you write what text you would like to write. So I'm going to write hello Paul. Hello Paul, and then you want a punctuation, so you just hold that and flexi. There's the comma. Go back. Hello Paul. Oops. The time is, and there you go. So it says hello Paul, the time is. Let's pick a font. Let's go with Angelina. Well, I mean, it shouldn't matter what I go with, but yeah, okay, so let's go with cabin. Let's go with color, white. Let's put in the shadow, make it a 2, dx and dy, and the radius, already done, and the shadow is black. Let's go ahead and turn on the alpha to 50 so everything matches. Now the size, that's all what you what you want. Boom, you can go there to about a 25, and then position it down just like that. Leave a little space, because you know when the time changes, it might go to 01 if you have the format as 01 for 1 o'clock, or 02, so the 0 will take up a lot more space, so you just want to leave some space there for that to happen, and it won't clutter your work. So there we go. Hello Paul, the time is such and such. Now I always suggest that you want to save. So you always want to save, because anything can happen. Your phone might shut off, or it might get a call, and anything could happen. So I always save skin, okay, and then you just save it as anything you want to save. So I'm going to save this as tutorial time and date. That's what I'm going to save it as. Tutorial time and date. And you hit save, and that's it. Now you can always again hit the home button so you can have a look and see what your widget looks like. There it is up at the top. Okay, now if you really want to look at what it looks like, you can always go to edit objects, background, alpha, turn the alpha all the way down, and then go to your home screen, and that is what your widget is going to look like. So with my background, it looks kind of, not that great. So what I'm going to do is turn back up the alpha on the background a little bit. I want you guys to see this and see how, well, I mean, you do get the basics of it. This is how you do with it. So the alpha on this, we're just not going to use any alpha. Okay, I was hoping that it would have given it a sort of, kind of cool dim effect, basically, but we don't have to do that for this. Okay, so let's go like that. Now let's go back, let's bring back down the background so we can have a very good look, and let's go back to home and let's take a look at that, and there you have it. That looks fantastic. Zoom in here a little bit so you guys can see a little better. So of course it's not going to say hello Paul for you guys, but there you have it. Hello Paul, the time is 11:30 a.m. There you go. So that's how you deal with the time, okay? And I'm just going to leave that just like that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and tap it back. Now let's go ahead and add the date, okay? And for the date, I'm not going to do any prefix or anything like that, just going to put the date. So we want to go ahead and select the date. Then you want to, let me zoom back out here so you can see. Then after you select anything you select, you just hit close and it's going to appear. There you go. So there's the date. Now edit. Let's go ahead, it's date. So let's go ahead and change the color right off the bat. Okay. Let's go ahead and put up the dx and the dy and the radius. For the shadow, let's go ahead and select that. Font, let's go ahead and put that in Clockopia. Okay, it's a nice little font that I really like. Now here you have the layout, so you can choose from various layouts of just the day, month, the year, the weekday, day, month, year, weekday, month, year, weekday, month, year, day, then year, week, all of that. So I like to go with where is it? I like to go with weekday, month, day, and year. So Friday, January the 7th, 2014. There you go. So we're going down to size. Make it as big or as small as you want. I'll keep it at about 70. And position, and we'll just go ahead and drop that at the bottom like so. I'm actually going to make it just a little bit smaller, maybe about 50. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make the weekday. Here we go. So you have many options as well. So the weekday, I'm going to make it full, so it says Friday. Okay, and gap 3, I always put a space after that comma. There you go. Okay, so we can make the size a little bit smaller. Don't want it to really overshadow the date or anything like that. And there we go. And you just fine tune as much as you want. There you go. And we're gonna go ahead and save skin. Okay, overwrite, yes. So there you go. You have your date and time. You have your date and time. Now, what to do now is that when you have whatever widget you want to create, and that's done, and there it is. So you have your date and time. Okay, so now, you know, when you touch this, of course, what you might want to hit the clock and it goes to clock. You might want to hit the date and it goes to calendar. Okay, so I'm going to show that, and that's where Hotspots comes in. So we're going to go back, let's tap it, open up the editor. Now we're going to go to edit objects, and here you see Hotspots. Okay, so we're going to go to Hotspots, click Hotspot 1. Now it's already there, so what you want to do is hit position, and you want to bring down the hotspot. There it is. It's usually not on screen, so this is a hotspot. It won't be visible when you're done the widget. It's only visible in the editor. Okay, so you go ahead like that, boom bam 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 beam boom bam bam bam. Okay, now we dusted the position. Now you select hotspot, and this is what you want the hotspot to be. You can set it to an app, a UCCW built-in thing, so it can launch an alarm, update the weather, or it's a hotspot toggle, right, to turn on the hotspot, to turn them off, basically. Dialer, add calendar event. Now I'm not going to use any of those. What I'm going to use is an app, and it's a nice clock and alarm replacement for the stock clock, and it's called Timely. Okay, I might do a review on Timely. I'm not sure. If you guys like it, then you know, if you heard about it or if you want me to do it, then let me know. Okay, so Timely, and then what we're gonna do is the date. So that's Timely right there. Now what we're gonna do is go back, select hotspot 2, position, and each hotspot is different colors, so you don't get them mixed up. Okay, now I'm just gonna put it right over the date. And you do have the option, of course, there you have width, height, and even shape. Okay, now in shape, obviously you have oval and rectangle, so only 2 shapes. So basically it's in the shape you want it to. So with height, I'm going to bring up the height. Okay, to about there. Okay, and width. So anywhere on the date that I tap, it will open the calendar. So now hotspot. And so I'm gonna put it to an app, and I'm gonna set it to Cal. If you guys don't know Cal, I might do a review on that as well. It's a good good replacement for your stock calendar, basically. So we're gonna go ahead and save that tutorial and date, save it, override, yes. Okay, so now what we're going to do is turn on the hotspots. Here, see where it says right here, lock widgets hotspot mode. We're going to select that and turn it on, and it's enabling it. Let's just leave that for a little while. Dum dum dum. Okay, now that it's on, now once you tap the clock, it's going to bring us to Timely. So let's go ahead and see. There you go, and it's brought us to Timely, and this is Timely, guys. It's alarm, you know, clock and timer, so it's a very nice replacement. Okay, let's go back, let's check the date, let's go ahead and tap the date. There you go, and it brings us into Cal. There you go, guys. So there is Cal. That is how the hotspots mode works. Now to get back into the editor, we have to go back into UCCW. Okay, then we have to go back into menu, lock widgets hotspots mode and turn it off. Now give it away a little time. It says down here disabling hotspot mode, and there you go. Now when you tap on your widget, it opens back up into the editor. Okay, and there you go, guys. That is how you make a simple widget using UCCW. Of course, this is basic. It's just time, just date. You can put words, you can put hotspots to anything. I could put that a hotspot over here where it says hello Paul, the time is. I could put a hotspot on there to open up whatever notes application, Keep, Evernote that I want. You can open up anything. You can use that to open up the dialer if you'd like. Okay, so that's already saved. So let's go ahead and leave that. I'm going to show you one more. Okay, and so let's go ahead and hold down on the screen. Let's hold down. Oops. Let's go ahead and hold down. Let's go back to widgets. Let's go back to UCCW, and this time I'm going to select a 4x4. Okay, and again, this is how you do it. You're going to hit new. This is how you do it for all widgets that you'd like to create. I'm going to resize and about there. Let's bring it up a little bit. There we go. So this is the area I'm going to use. So let's go ahead. Alright, so what I want to do first is I'm going to add an image. Okay, so let's go ahead and add an image. So there's the image. Okay, it does get bigger, don't worry. And then you're going to edit. You're going to edit image, and then you scroll down, and then you're going to select image. Okay. Okay, there we go. So we're going to go ahead and choose gallery. It says choose only gallery or file manager. So I choose gallery. Let's go ahead and pick this photo. There you go. So the image is there. Okay, now you can still make the image bigger because I want it to basically take up the entire thing. So we're going to position, bring that all the way to the top. I think that's about the top right there. And I want to get that in the middle. We're going to scale it a little bit more, make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put that to 160. So there's the image. Okay, now we'll go back. Now, I'll go back once more. So now what I want to show you is those tasker variables. A lot of stuff to cover, okay, but I just want to show you tasker variables for right now. Or you know what? Let's go ahead and show you Gmail. So what I want to do, I'm going to static text 1, static text 2, static text 3. And there they are, they're in there. So what I'm going to do is edit. We're going to edit static text 1. Okay, let's go ahead and change the color to white. Okay, I'm not seeing it, so it's probably behind one of these things. Actually, it was the first one put down, so it is actually behind the other two there. So let's go ahead and put on a shadow, just a small shadow on it. Okay. Oh no, shadow should be black. My son just woke up. He's walking around. So if you hear any noise in the background, it's just him. Don't be alarmed. And let's go to cabin regular. Okay, case. Let's make it all uppercase. And then let's type in the text. And what we're gonna write is, let's write missed. No, don't trouble anything, Junior. Thank you. Daddy's making a video, son. Let's go ahead and type missed calls. Okay, so let's go ahead and do position. Let's bring that down so we can see. Oh, okay, and I think it is behind the image. So now this is where you have to go back and you go to sort objects, and there you see image is actually in front of static 1 and static 2. Hold down to this left, bring it all the way to the top, save, and there you go, there's missed calls. So now missed calls, again, edit, static text 1. Okay, and we want to actually put the size down here. So let's go about 25. And what I'm going to do is drop this close to the bottom down here. And there, you know what? It might be a little bit better up at the top. So let's go ahead and leave missed calls right there. Okay, now let's just jump right into static text 2. And the size, I think the size was 25, if I'm not mistaken. So 25, color white. again, when you're really doing this, you do have to have, you know, a few minutes to just really go in there and you know, do what you want to do. Trust me, you will be pleased when you see the work that you have done. Okay, let's go ahead in here and let's write text messages. Okay, text messages. Let's hit OK. There we go. Let's select the font. Oh, it's already on the font. Oh, that's what it was. Let's put the case to uppercase. Okay, position, and let's put that below text messages. Let's give it some space, about right there. Okay, and then last but not least, let's go to static 3. And we can just start from the top and put down the size to about exactly 25 as the others. Let's go to color, make that white. Let's go to shadow, just give it 1 for dx and dy and the radius, and let us change the shadow color to black. Font is cap and regular, and case is uppercase, and text will be email. So let's just put email. Okay, and hit OK, and there you go. Now you just want to position it to about right there, so you're basically in the same position how you want it to be. Okay, and let's go, and you know what, I just thought about why don't we put the image, why don't we make the image fade out just a little bit. A little bit too much. Let's just go to about 90, so the image isn't thick. Of course you can make it thick if you want, or anything like that. You know what, let's just go ahead and make it full to its full potential, full thickness. So there we are. We have missed calls, text message, and emails. Now you want to go back to add and remove. Then you're going to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down past the shapes. Here we go. So we have Gmail 1. Let's go ahead and select Gmail 1. Okay, okay, since we've done that, but actually let's add them all. So we've added Gmail 1, right? Yep, let's add missed calls, and let's add text messages. Okay, now these are actually built-in notification modules, or notification, I don't know what the actual term would be for it. Okay, so let's just go ahead and select Gmail. Let's select the color, white. Again, give it a shadow. You don't have to give it a shadow. I just like how the shadow looks on it. It kind of gives it a sort of 3D effect, so that's why I do that. Now up here you see for Gmail it has those 3 lines. I'll show you how to fix that, because you will come across that. Okay, let's go ahead and put uppercase for that as well. So down here where it says account and label, so first you're gonna go ahead, and I have 3 accounts on this, so you go ahead and select the account. Now label, you don't select inbox or anything like that, because it might not work on your device. It might work. I've noticed for my Nexus 4 it doesn't work, so I select all mail, and there you go. I have 0 unread emails. And of course you can write unread email for email. I just actually put email. It should be unread email. I'll probably change that in a second. Okay, and then what you want to do is just put your notification in the right position, and obviously it's very big, so I'm gonna put it down to about the same 25. Okay, and yeah, this is just basically a tutorial. I don't really have to be fine-tuning like this, but you know, I'll show you guys exactly what it's about. There we go. So I'll go back to static text 3, go all the way back down to text, and I will write unread email. There you go, and there you go, and it says 0. Okay, same thing. Let's go back down to missed calls. Size is first, so why not size, put it to 25. Oh, I was just there and I missed it. 25. Color white, dx1, close, radius 1, dy1, shadow color black, font cabin, and I think that's it. Okay, all that's left now is position, and again you can always just kind of speed up things like that and then set the position yourself with the navigation buttons, and more or less that's perfect right there. And then we're just gonna do the same thing for the missed calls. Okay, and when we do it for the missed calls, we'll be right back, and then we'll continue. Actually, maybe you guys noticed and I didn't notice, what we actually worked on was the missed calls. So yeah, so now I'm actually gonna do that for the text messages, and yeah, again, when it's done, we'll be right back and continue from there. Okay, there we go, and we have the missed calls, and we have the text message, and we have the unread emails. Now, of course, you know, you can set the same thing with hotspots for this one. So you go hotspot, you select what you want it to go to, and this one's missed calls. But when you tap on the missed calls or on the actual notification, you can just make it that it goes into whatever you like. So what you want to do here is bring that down. I did it backwards, so it's not going to show it unless I do this and hit position, and there it is. And then we go like that, and yeah, just like that. So now when hitting missed calls, and you can always again just adjust the height, adjust the width, all of that. I'll put it to 65. I'll bring that down so it covers that, and then the width, so it actually covers the notification as well. So anything you tap there, it will just bring you into the phone. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing with the number 2, the second hotspot, where we'll go and bring up the height. Okay, so we'll just do all of that, bring the width out there like that, and then you select and text messages, of course, and then you select app, and you go to your messaging app, which it's Hangouts for me, and then you go back, and again with the third and final hotspot, and you want to just go ahead and bring that down like that, and just put that over unread email like that, and then bring the width over it like that, and then select, and it's going to go to Gmail. Okay, right there, and then we go ahead and save skin, and it's going to be again tutorial notifications, and hit save, and there we go, we have the notification. And there we go, we have the notifications. Now the whole time we did not go home to see our widget, and there you go, that's how the widget looks. And if you're to, of course the hotspots is not locked, so we can't do that as yet, but there is one more part that I wanted to show you, and I'm actually going to show you just right on this exact notification widget. So what we're going to do, we are just quickly going to add 3 tasker variables. Okay, so we're going to add 3 tasker variables, and you can do this with images or words. I'm just going to use words to show you. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there we go, 3 tasker variables. Now they're up at the top, so let's go ahead, edit, find the tasker variable. So tasker variable 1. Okay, then I'm not going to put any shadow on this because the video is quite long already, and I think we have to go back and change the position, so sort objects, and no, everything's actually there. Okay, oh, because it's directly behind the other tasker variable, so it's not being shown. So edit tasker variable 1. Okay, we've already changed that. The font, I'm just going to leave the font. So what we want to do is write the variable. Now the variable, okay, is going to be, now for tasker variables there are certain bless you, there are certain codes that you need to write. So for what I'm going to do with this is actually just make music controls. So we're going to go the first thing I'm going to do is put the title of whatever song that we'll be playing. So it's MU looking for underscore. I think you press the arrow. There we go. MU underscore and then track. Okay, now that is going to be, that is the tasker variable to show what track is playing. There you have it right there, MU track. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to let's bring it down here first of all. Let's bring down the size to about about a 30. Let's go ahead and put it somewhere about like right in the middle here, like that. Okay, somewhere like that. So there's MU track. Okay, now it's not going to stay as MU track, and I'm going to show you how that works. And then number 2, let's go ahead and fix the variable, and let's put that one, which is MU, again MU underscore album. Okay, and we're going to hit OK, and let's go ahead and change the color, of course, to white so we can see that. Let's change the size, put that down to 30 like the last one. Give me 1 second, my son is getting a little agitated. I'll be right back. Okay, there we go, and we put down the size. So let's go ahead and bring down MU album. Okay, and we'll put it right, just line it up as good as you can, or if you want to line it up at all. Okay, and the last one will be a variable. The last one is MU underscore artist. Okay, now the same thing would actually go for cover art, to actually when you play the song that the actual cover art shows, but in UCCW it actually does not have good support for that. It doesn't work, so we'll go ahead and we put that down to 30, and let's go ahead and change the color. Let's go ahead and change the color to white. So now you have that. Let's go ahead and save this. Okay, so we'll save. Now for this to work, you do need media utilities. Okay, media utilities is in beta, so let's go ahead and open up media utilities. By My Color Screen, those guys, they have the best stuff. The creator's a themer, so that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead, notification access required, restart device after enabling. Okay, so it seems that I'm gonna have to do all of this. It's already enabled. Okay, so I'm not sure why it said that again. Let's go back into media utilities. Now you want to set up media utilities. Okay, so this isn't a tutorial on media utilities, but well, it's needed to be done. So we want to enable media utilities, and default string is 3 of those little 3 dots. I actually don't want to have anything as default string. Select open player if inactive. Let's close down the keyboard. We're gonna go blank, Zuper, minimalistic, UCCW, Pebble, general broadcast. You just want to check everything there. Make covert up available, attempt direct control, use data. I usually just send song progress. I usually just select all of those. Okay, so that's it, and that's basically it. We have all of that settled and everything right there. We are going to restart the device, but there are 2 more things that I want to do, and it's basically just adding in 2 static texts, which is necessary for what I want to show you. So I'm gonna go ahead and or you know what, I'm actually just gonna add 2 images instead. So let's go ahead and find image. Yep, okay, so image 2, image 3. Let's close this down. So let's go ahead and find image 2. Okay, and let's select an image. As it says, choose an image from file manager or gallery. Okay, so we're gonna go to gallery. I think I have the images that I'm looking for on this. Here we go. And let's go ahead, there we go. So these images I have now. So what I'm going to do is select play. Okay, and then we're going to bring out the play. I'm going to put it right, let's see, I'm going to put it right, well, I don't want it to so I'm going to put it right up here to about right there. Okay, and the next image, image 3, same thing, gallery. Let's go back. There we go, and let's select or should I select all three? You know what, we're gonna select all three. So play, play, previous. So let's go ahead and actually let's put previous where play is. Okay, let's go ahead and put previous where play is. Right about there. Okay, now let's go back. Let's go back and let's go to image 2, which is play, and let's line up with previous. Okay, and let us put it right here. Okay, and of course I don't know why I'm taking so much time you know, doing exactly getting it fine set and all those things. It is just a tutorial, but you know, anyways, making it look good for you guys, right? Okay, so you just want to line up. Again, don't know why I'm lining up at this particular moment, but I want it to look good for you guys. Image 3. Okay, so I did it backwards, but that's alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add in the next button, and we'll be right back. There we go, so I've added in the next button. Now we're gonna go back to our little friend there, the hotspots. Okay, so hotspot, continuing from where we left off, hotspot number 4. Okay, let's go ahead and bring that down. Now hotspots, you can't direct move by touching the editor. You will move the last thing that you were on, so you don't want to touch the editor to move hotspots. You have to navigate using these buttons right here. Okay, so we're going to bring it over. There we go. Of course, bring up the height to where you want it. Okay, and the width, so it's just around the play button, just like that. Okay, and you want to select. Now to select, we did enable media utilities, so what you want to do is go to shortcut and scroll down until you see media utilities action. Okay, now the first one is previous, so here you're going to go and select previous. There you go, and that's set. Now you go back. Now the next hotspot, which is 5, and you do the same thing. You bring down number 5 like so, bring it over to the play button. Okay, like so. I mean, you know, I'm very patient with this because I like to do theming and make my own custom wallpaper, sorry, custom wallpapers, but basically I like being able to create my own widgets and my own themes. And you know, if you look back in some of my videos, you know, I have some custom themes, some custom UIs that I came up with, you know, just trying to make using my Android, you know, whether it's smartphone or tablet, because I do on both. You know, just make it unique, make it different, make it like something that nobody else has, you know. And these are just very great tools where you can actually do that with. And yeah, and I always share them, so I will have some links in the description showing exactly what I've done so far. And yeah, you know, hopefully you guys like that. So I'll be showing some of my old themes that I've come up with, some UIs that I've come up with, even using Tasker. You know, one that I came up with using voice recognition, I called it Hey Paula, right? So that will be the first link in the description. And yeah, all the themes and UIs that I create, they are available for download if anybody is interested, you know. So those are always there, the resources are always there. You just let me know if you're actually interested in something, or even if you have an idea of a theme that you would like me to make, you know, just personally for you or just to share with everybody. Just let me know and I will definitely do that as well. So now we're almost finished here, and this is the last thing that I wanted to show you using UCCW, and I think this one is next. And there we go, it's done. Let's go ahead and hit save. Let's go ahead and hit save, tutorial notifications, and I'm just going to leave it at that. And you know what, I'm actually going to put tutorial notifications and metadata. metadata. Let's save that. So it is another a total widget. So if you want just the notifications, that widget is there, and then when you save it with a new name, now it's there with the play and everything in case you wanted that as well. Okay, so now that we are finished, we saved that. Let's just go ahead and back out of everything. Let's close down the app. There's our beautiful widgets that we've created today. Now I'm going to restart the phone, restart the device, okay, and we'll be right back after this thing is up and running. Okay, and yeah, we'll be right back after this. Okay, guys? Okay, so now we've gone ahead and restarted the phone, and these are 2 widgets right here, and as you see, it says Uccw loading. Okay, so when you restart your device, you will see this on your device, and that's just because it takes a little while for the widgets you created to load. So don't be alarmed. As you see there, they just came up just like that. So let's go ahead and jump into the editor. Okay, and what we're going to do is turn on the hotspots mode. So let's go ahead and hit on and just leave it for a while. Oh, let's hit the time. Okay, and sometimes for some reason it's on and it's not on. So if it ever happens where you turn on the hotspots mode and then you tap on it and it still opens up the editor, what you want to do, just keep putting it on, and then what you want to do is wait until that's gone, and then you want to open up your app drawer. You want to go to Uccw itself. Okay, if you're getting that, hit Uccw, then you want to go here, lock widgets, hit on. Okay, and you just want to wait a couple of seconds, maybe wait about 10-15 seconds. As you can see that the MU artist and all of that is gone. Okay, so that means Media Utilities has fully injected itself into Uccw widgets. Let's try again. Let's hit the clock. There you go, it opened up in Timely. Okay, let's go ahead and hit the calendar, and it brings up Cal. And let's go ahead and hit missed calls. There you go, brings up in missed calls. Go ahead and hit text messages, and of course you see it opens up Hangouts and it brings that up there. And other at Gmail, same thing. So all the hotspots are now fully working. The moment of truth, and here we go. Let's see that all the other things work. So let's go, and let's go ahead and hit play and see what happens. There you go. So we hit play, and as you can see, we have the name and the album. And of course, these are Prophecy Boys, you know, Picaso Entertainment. We have Picaso Records, and the Prophecy Boys is the group that we are, you know, starting up. You know, the Kickstarter. Prophecy Boys gonna make it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and let's go ahead and hit the next button. Now keep in mind, Media Utilities is in beta, so if you do encounter any problems, just be sure to leave me a message, leave a comment. I will try to help you guys as much as I can. As you can see, the name hasn't changed as yet, so let's go ahead and hit next again. Let's see if it does that. There you go. As you can see, the name has changed. Okay guys, and the next thing I forgot to mention is you can put a hotspot underneath the actual words here, because you know when you tap this, nothing happens, right? So you can actually put a hotspot here that when you tap it, it actually, let's just stop that. So when you put a hotspot here, the next thing with Media Utilities, sometimes when you press play or pause to stop, it doesn't at the moment, so you just have to wait. Again, it is in beta. Okay, so you can put a hotspot here right underneath the title and the artist and the album and so forth. You can put a hotspot there to actually open up the music player. Okay, so that's always something to keep in mind. Okay guys, that's it for today. As you can see, we made 2 very elegant and beautiful widgets here. Okay, we got the clock, we got the date, we got the static text, we got images, we got the missed call text, unread email notifications, and the music data using Media Utilities. Okay guys, I hope you liked this video, this very in-depth look at Uccw with a surprise visit from Media Utilities. Yeah, so that's it for today guys. If you guys liked the video, please leave a thumbs up, hit that like, it really, you know, it's really appreciated. You know, these are the type of videos that we do strive to bring to you guys. You know, hope you like the video. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you have any problems, leave a comment. Hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail. You know what it is. Your boy Paul Picasso here for Picaso Entertainment, coming with an app review. It's tech time, guys. I'll see you in my next one. Peace.